How's it going? Doing a video for you guys. Some of you guys that have these Duramaxes or these trucks, and just kind of wanted to do a video. Mine just recently hit over 200,000 miles, and it's a 2009 Chevy Silverado 3500. I kind of have a channel a little bit around it where I fix things and try to help people out. It's not all about the Duramax, but it seems like that's a lot of people are interested in it. Helps the most people out. So just for all you guys that own a Duramax and within this year range of years, it's got the LMM motor, so 6.6 liter Duramax Allison 3500 dually. I'll flip it around here in a second, but try to make this video quick but informative. What I was gonna do is kind of talk to you about what I've had to replace and what I've had to do to keep this baby going good. Up to the 200,000 mile mark. So let's show you guys the truck. And I've done some other videos on it where I detailed what I've done to the truck. She's pretty slick. I'm happy with it. As far as exterior goes, I've done pretty much what I want. I'm not too crazy. I'm getting to be an older gent, and my days of the crazy lifts and the craziness. I mean, I'd like to lift it, but anyway, I'm too old now. I gotta use the steps, old man steps. But yeah, I got it set up nice. It's ready to do work. She's got the turnover ball. She'll do. I can pretty much. I have it set up to pull anything, do anything I needed to do. So. Get you the full wrap around. Boom. Yeah, she ain't bad. She's getting a couple little dents and dings and stuff. Got kids and dogs and whatever else, but I've kept it as clean as I can. So now that you've kind of seen the overall, let's go inside real quick. It's a little messy, but so the door dingers are so annoying in these. Start her up. She runs like a brand new truck. See? She's got a couple little souped up things done to her. She's not fully stock under the hood, but let's talk about what I've had to do. Let's see what she got on the clock here. We got 208, 488, no check engine lights. She's happy as can be. Purrs like a kitty cat. All right. So what I did is I've tried to track what I've done to this truck mostly just for my own records. I know it's scribble scratch, but I keep it in the glove box, and any kind of major stuff I do, I've always just put it on there. So I purchased the truck at 138,000 miles. Did oil change, basically just serviced it, and I had a mechanic put 2 new front CV axles in it. Boots were bad and they were kind of loose, and then I also put brand new shocks on it. So we're at 140,000. Really just did regular service, fuel filters, oil changes. I did a set of brakes. I don't think they're on here. About at 170,000 miles, I had a problem with what they call the throttle body or the air intake valve, which I had that replaced. It was just throwing a code, so I think it was like $100 part. I threw it in myself. Get into the 180,000, 170,000 miles, nothing. Oil changes. 187,000, we had the number 6 injector got stuck and replaced the 1 injector. But all the other injectors seemed to be fine at the time. And then at 189,000, we did basically front end ball joints, upper control arms. Let me think. Whole front end. New steering stabilizer, end links, For the sway bar, like the entire front end was rebuilt at 100, basically 190,000. Transmission services were done, I think, every 25,000 miles. Did a drain and fill, and then every 50,000, we changed out the filter in the transmission. And I think, I can't remember if I changed that little Allison filter like every 15,000. It's probably due. So let's see. So basically, that 190,000, that's what we've done. Front end work, fluid changes, one injector, a couple throttle, they call it a throttle body or air intake valve. Very minor stuff for this truck since I've owned it. Now I had a clean Carfax when I bought it. The guy I bought it from was the second owner. They had everything done at Chevy dealerships, so they logged everything. It had no major repairs in its entire life. The only thing it ever had was at 100,000. They did the 100,000 mile service, whatever Chevy recommended. Other than that, it just had oil changes. So, in my opinion, it's been a hell of a truck for the previous guy and myself. So now we're at 208,000. Now, I should caveat with this with I've had to do small little repairs where I've had check engine lights and have to chase those down. But the truck has never left me stranded. It has gone on, limp home mode or whatever you want to call it, reduced engine power. But it's never died on me, and since I've owned it, knock on wood, it's never been on the back of a tow truck. But those type of things are hard to track. You might have the sensor go out or that sensor. I may have had some other little problems that I don't remember, but these are all kind of major repairs that we're talking about. So really, I haven't had any major repairs. Coming up on the 200,000 mile mark, we're at 208. I just had to install 8 new injectors, and I added an air dog lift pump. So the injectors started, they were just old. There was just the point where at 208,000 miles, the injectors were so worn out that they were just returning too much fuel back to the tank, and it's unable to keep up with the demands when you're really getting on it and you're towing heavy. I just did a video, I just put out a video explaining that whole scenario regarding the P0087 code that these start giving. And I just did a lengthy video. You can, if I don't bore you to death, you can go check that one out. Anyway, so as of now, I've got 208 and some change. You saw it. It's got 8 brand new injectors. Well, 8 Reman, Bosch Reman injectors, and a new lift pump. We just changed the coolant in it. Just had the transmission drained and refilled. And I'm thinking something. Carrier bearing on the drive shaft. So right. This has a 2-piece drive shaft. The carrier bearing assembly was wobbling and kind of creating some vibration. So I got under there and tackled that. But the U-joints were in great shape. I mean, it's been a great truck. So I'm hoping that there's no other repairs other than what I've just spent for the injectors. It's not a cheap endeavor, but if I can get another 100,000 miles out of this truck, virtually trouble free, I'm saying that I'm good to go, because the truck is there's no payment on a truck this old. It's at least for me, and that's nice, because I can just think about what a payment would be. And if I've got to put in $3 or $4 grand worth of repairs or more, what does that add up to in payments? And the new trucks, they still have warranty issues. They still have issues just outside of warranty that are very expensive. So, I'm very happy with this truck. Don't really have any major complaints, and haven't had any major complaints. It's a pain in the ass to work on, but I'm not a mechanic, so I like things I can see and fix, and but replacing the injectors in this truck was, the guys that are mechanics, they're like, that's an easy job. It was not that easy for me, but I got her done and it turned out good. So couple little side notes. It is a Chevy product. Door switches go out. I mean, I've had to replace window switches like this one like 3 times. You know, there's a brake pedal switch I had to replace a couple times. The cruise control stopped working. You know, little odds and ends. I replaced the steering wheel. The steering wheel was just worn out, completely gone in one spot, and I had a cover over it. And I just didn't like the way, I wanted it to feel good, normal again. I didn't like it so thick. So replaced the steering wheel. You know, that's a couple few $100 investment, but it was worth it. What else? You know, I've had to do a couple little things here and there to keep it to where it's not falling apart. I mean, even the seatbelt stopped working correctly. So, you know, the seatbelt was like $190, but I took care of it. So as long as you are staying up on the little things, all in all, I mean, this year range of truck, which is going to be the LMM, which I purposely got the LMM because I felt like overall it kind of had everything I wanted with the least amount of major issues. And I feel like I got what I was looking for. I got a truck that, you know, everything they say about the LBZ and the LMM is true, and it's overall a very robust hell of an engine, and the Allison's a great engine. So, a great transmission. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's been a very good truck, and you know, I don't even know if I'll ever need another truck. I'm hoping I don't. So anyway, hopefully that video wasn't too boring. Appreciate you guys. Comment and let me know if, you know, if you have any questions or whatever. Just holler. Later.